welcome to today's maths class, and today we'll do integers. Our learning objectives are introduction, integer, numerical value of an integer, addition, subtraction and multiplication and division of integer and its properties, rules for operating integers, power of integer, simplifications of bracket and BODMAS rule. So first is introduction. In the previous chapter, we have learned about the whole numbers and natural number. But in this chapter, you will learn how to write the direct number using the plus and minus symbol. Direct number can be counted both forward, positive and backward, negative from 0 on the number line. If someone asks you, what would be the temperature of Antarctica? Well, I'm sure you must be guessing minus 15 degrees centigrade or minus 20 degrees centigrade, etc. Knowingly or unknowingly, you added a negative sign in front of the number. By putting a negative sign in front of number, you mean to say that the temperature is below the normal level. Now, let us consider the situation 3 minus 5. Obviously, this is not possible in the case the natural or the whole number system that you have learned so far. 3 minus 5, 1 plus 1 plus 1 and minus 1 करेंगे हम 5 times. Clear? So 1 minus 1 0, 1 minus 1 0, 1 minus 1 0. अब क्या बच गया? minus 1 minus 1. So that is equals to minus 2. Clear? Hence, any number below 0 is expressed as negative sign accompanying important of that number. Thus 5 plus 5 है तो 5 above 0, minus 5 means 5 below 0 or less 0. Plus 12 degrees Celsius is 12 degrees Celsius above 0 degrees Celsius, and minus 12 degrees Celsius, that is 12 degrees Celsius below 0 degrees Celsius. Negative है means below 0, positive means above 0. Plus 200 meter means 200 meter above the mean sea level. Clear? अगर नेगेटिव है मीन्स बिलो सी लेवल. इन अदर वर्ड्स दे आर द ऑपोजिट टू ईच अदर. हेंस नेगेटिव साइन वुड मीन द ऑपोजिट टू. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, प्रॉफिट ऑफ 500 दैट इज इक्वल्स टू लॉस ऑफ minus 500, और लॉस ऑफ ₹700 दैट इज इक्वल्स टू गेन ऑफ minus 700. डिक्रीज इन टेम्परेचर बाय 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस दैट इज इक्वल्स टू इंक्रीज इन टेम्परेचर बाय minus 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस एंड सो ऑन. नेक्स्ट इज इंटीजर्स. All the natural numbers along with their negative numbers and the number 0 are called integers. Like here, 0 and from right hand side all the positive number, and from 0 to left hand side all the negative number. They all make the integers. From the above number line, it is clear that each positive number, natural number corresponding to negative number. For example, plus 1, for emphasis we attach plus sign to the positive number corresponding to minus 1. Plus 2, minus 2. Plus 3, minus 3, so on. The natural number 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on also called the positive number. The corresponding negative number जाएंगे minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 and so on. They are called negative integer. 0 is an integer but it is neither positive nor negative. 0 ना ही positive होगा ना ही negative. On the number line, minus 1 is greater than minus 2 and so on. On the number line, an integer on the right side is always greater than an integer on the left side. जो भी right side पे integer होगा उसकी value ज़्यादा होगी. So right side integer will be greater than the integer on the left side. Generally, while writing the positive integer, plus sign is omitted. अगर कोई sign नहीं है, that means it is a positive sign. Therefore, the natural number 1, 2, 3, etc. are also positive integer. We'll take an example. Which in each of the following pair is to right of the other on the number line? 1 is 7, so value of 7 is more. So 7 will be on the right side. Clear? Because always the number on the right side is always greater. So here the number 7 will be on right hand side. Clear? Next is numerical value of an integer. Absolute value tell us the distance of the positive or the negative number from 0. Absolute value is always stated as the positive number. The symbol, this is the symbol of absolute value. Clear? For example, absolute value of -4 will be 4. In absolute value, we do not consider the sign. So, the numerical value will be the absolute value. Like here, -4 की जो absolute value है, that will be 4. Or the absolute value of -4 is 4. Also, the absolute value of 4 is 4. Thus, absolute value of -4 and +4, that is equals to 4. Position of -4 and 4 on the number line indicate that -4 is less than 4, but they are at the same distance from 0. 0 से दोनों same distance पे हैं, but the value of -4 will be less than 4. As such, -4 and 4 are said to have the same numerical value or absolute value. We'll take an example. Given the number -8, 9 and -10. Arrange the number in ascending order. Ascending means increasing order. Means from least to the greatest. So, सबसे छोटा नंबर अगर नंबर लाइन में देखेंगे, the leftmost number, that is -10, then -8 and then 9. So, this will be the ascending order of given numbers. Clear? Next, some important observations. The set of integer I, that is equals to -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. -3, -2, -1 are the negative integer and 1, 2, 3 are positive integer or natural numbers. 0 is the integer neither positive nor negative. Every positive integer is greater than every negative integer. 0 is less than every positive integer but greater than every negative integer. The absolute value of integer is the numerical value of integer regardless of its sign. Next is exercise 3.1. Subject enrichment. For the following statement, write T for true and F for false. The smallest integer is 0, that is false. So, practice all the questions of this exercise. Next is addition of integer. You have learned how to add positive integer. You have also learned how to add them using the number line. Below is an example. If we have to add 4 plus 3, so we'll move from 0 to 4. This is number 4. Now we will move 3 steps forward because we have to add 3. 1, 2, 3. That is number 7. For 4 plus 3, that is 7. Addition of integer 4 plus 3, that is 7. Explanations. On the number line, we begin to move to the right from 4. We move 3 steps to the right. 3 steps forward जाएंगे right में. So, we'll reach 7. Now, let us use the number line to add 2 integer. For example, -3 and -4. So, here, from 0 we'll go to -3. Now, we have to add -4. So, we'll move 4 steps. 2, 3 and 4. Clear? 4 steps left है. So, we'll reach -7. So, answer is -7. So, the addition of integer -3 and -4, that is equals to -7. Explanation. On the number line, we begin to move to the left of from -3. We move 4 steps to the left, -3 and will reach -7. The above example suggests that the following rule for adding two numbers with the same sign. First, to add two positive numbers. If we add two positive numbers, the numerical value को हम add करेंगे, the result is positive. Plus A plus B, that is equals to A plus B. To make the rule easy for remembering, you may simply remember plus plus, that is equals to plus, means gain plus gain, that is equals to gain. Next, to add a negative numbers, two negative numbers को add करेंगे तो क्या होगा? Add their numerical values and place a negative sign before the result. negative a plus negative b, that is equals to negative a plus b. To remember the rules, easy for remembering, you may simply remember loss plus loss, that is equals to loss. Loss को हम माइनस साइन से दिखाते हैं. Now we'll take an example. Find the sum of the following: minus 3 and minus 8. So minus 3 and minus 8 both are negative number, so their sum करेंगे numerical value का 3 plus 8 and put negative sign, so minus 11. Clear? In the above number line demonstrations, we have begun our operation from plus 6 and minus 7. That is why we have not shown the movement from 0 to plus 6 and from 0 to minus 7. This method saves your time. The example suggests that the following rules for adding the numbers with the different sign: to add the positive and the negative number, find the difference of their numerical value by subtracting the smaller numerical value from the larger numerical value, and place the sign of the number having the larger numerical value before the result. Means a plus minus b, that is equals to a minus b. If a is greater than b, a plus minus b, that is equals to minus b minus a. In case b is greater than a, minus a plus b, that is equals to minus a minus b. In case a is greater than b, and minus a plus b, that is equals to plus b minus a if b is greater than a. You may simply remember gain में ऐड करेंगे लॉस को, तो हमें क्या होगा? गेन, इफ गेन इज मोर देन लॉस, गेन और लॉस को ऐड करेंगे. लॉस कब होगा? इन केस लॉस इज मोर देन गेन. क्लियर? नाउ विल टेक एन एग्जांपल. फाइंड द फॉलोइंग सम्स: 23 प्लस minus 68. So what will do? 23 plus minus 68. So what will do? Here 23 पॉजिटिव है गेन और 68 क्या है? नेगेटिव, मीन्स लॉस. सो हम क्या करेंगे? सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे इनकी न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू को. 68 माइनस 23, और जिसकी भी वैल्यू ज़्यादा है, नेगेटिव वैल्यू ज़्यादा है, सो नेगेटिव साइन आ जाएगा. अगर डिफरेंट साइन है, सो विल सब्ट्रैक्ट देम एंड पुट द साइन ऑफ द बिगर वैल्यू नंबर. सो हियर आंसर इज माइनस 45. Clear? So this is how we'll do. Next is properties of addition of integer. Property 1. The sum of two integer is an integer. For example, 4 plus minus 3, that is 1. Here 1 is an integer. So when we add two integer, we'll get an integer. Property 2. For all the integer a and b, a plus b equals to b plus a, means we can add two integer in any order. 10 plus minus 5, that gives you 5, and minus 5 plus 10, that is also equals to 5. That is the commutative property. Property 3. For all the integer a, b and c, a plus b plus c equals to, किसके इक्वल हो जाएगा? a plus b plus c. मीन्स वी कैन ऐड टू इंटीजर की कैसे भी ग्रुपिंग करके हम उसे ऐड कर सकते हैं, तो रिजल्ट विल बी सेम. 5 प्लस माइनस 4 प्लस माइनस 7, सो दैट इज इक्वल्स टू माइनस 4 माइनस 7, दैट इज माइनस 11 प्लस 5, दैट इज माइनस 6. इफ वी चेंज द ग्रुपिंग, 5 प्लस माइनस 4 कर लें एंड रिजल्ट में हम माइनस 7 ऐड कर दें. सो 1 प्लस माइनस 7, दैट इज इक्वल्स टू माइनस 6. इन बोथ द केसेस द रिजल्ट इज सेम. That is known as associative property. Next, try these. Find an integer such that minus 4 plus what gives you 0. So minus 4 plus 4, that is equals to 0. Clear? Next is property 4. The integer 0 is such that a plus 0, that is equals to 0 plus a, that is equals to a for every integer. If we add 0 to an integer, we will get the integer itself. For example, 5 plus 0, that is equals to 0 plus 5, that is equals to 5. Property 5. If A is greater than B, then A plus C is greater than B plus C. If A is less than B, then A plus C is less than B plus C. Clear? A, B and C being integers. For example, if A is greater than B, we take 10 and 5 and A plus B respectively, adding -2 to both. 10 plus 5 will get 10 minus 2, that is 8, and 5 minus 2, that is 3. Since 8 is greater than 3, therefore 10 plus -2 will be greater than 5 plus -2. Clear? If A is less than B, here we take A as 5 and B as a 10 and A, B respectively. Now we are adding 2 to the both side, 5 and 10. So we'll get 5 plus 2, that is 7, and 10 plus 2, that is 12. So 5 plus 2 is less than 10 plus 2. Next, some important observations. To add two integers with the like sign, we add their absolute value and put the sign of the additive with the sum. To add two integers with the unlike sign, we take the difference of their absolute value and put the sign of integer with the greater absolute value. Now, next is exercise 3.2. Subject enrichment. For each of the following statement, write T for true and F for false. The sum of an integer and its negative is 0. Yes, that is true. So write T for it. So you have to practice all the questions of this exercise. Next is subtraction of integers. We think of subtraction as the reverse or the opposite of addition. On the number line, to add 5, we move 5 units to the right. Thus, to subtract 5, we move 5 units to the left. The following figure will help you to understand that has been stated above. 9 minus 5. So, here is 9. We have to subtract 5. So, we'll move 5 place backward on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, answer is 4. Clear? In the above discussion, suggest that the following rules of subtracting integer. To subtract integer, change the sign of the integer being subtracted and add according to the rules of addition of integer. X minus y, that is equals to x plus minus y. Now we'll take an example. Evaluate the following. 10 minus 15. 10 minus 15 is same as 10 plus ब्रैकेट में कर देंगे -15. नाउ चेंज +15 to -15 एट 10 plus -15. सो दैट इज इक्वल्स टू, हमने क्या किया, 10 plus -15 है. सो नेगेटिव साइन को बाहर ले आए. 15 minus 10 दैट इज इक्वल्स टू 5 और नेगेटिव साइन -5 हो जाएगा. और सिंपली व्हाट यू कैन डू, टू नंबर positive and negative. So, we will find their difference and we will find the difference of their absolute value. So, 15 minus 10, that is 5, and we will put the sign जिसकी भी value greater है. So, या negative की ज़्यादा है. So, answer will be -5. Clear? Next is properties of subtraction of integers. Property 1. If A and B are integer, then A minus B is also an integer. Means the difference of two integer will be an integer. 10 minus 8, that is 2, that is an integer. Property 2. For every integer, A minus 0 equals to A. Means if we subtract 0 from an integer, we will get the integer itself. 10 minus 0, that is equals to 10, that is an integer. Clear? Property 3. If A, B and C are integer, then and A is greater than B, then A minus C will be greater than B minus C. Suppose A here 10, B 5 and C minus 2. So, A minus C will be greater than B minus C. Means 10 minus 2 will be greater than 5 minus 2. Clear? Next, try these. Fill in the blanks. 12 plus -12, that is equals to 0. because one is positive and another is negative and their values, numerical values, same. Next is some important observations. To subtract an integer from another, we change the sign and add to another. Next is exercise 3.3. Computational thinking. Fill in the blanks. -5 plus 5. So one is negative and other is positive and their numerical value same. So the difference will be 0. Clear? Practice all the questions of this exercise. Next is multiplication of integers. Let us use the number line for multiplying positive integers. 3 into 2, that is 6. So 3 into 2. So what will do? What will do may be 1 time, 2 time and 3 time. ठीक है? So 2 to क्या हम करेंगे? 2 numbers लेंगे and 3 times jump करेंगे. ठीक है? 1 time, 2 times and 3 times will reach number 6. So 3 into 2, that is equals to 6. Or what we are doing? We are adding 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is equals to 6. Clear? Similarly, for multiplying a positive integer by a negative number, for example 3 into -2, we have here 3 into -2. So what we are doing? We are adding -2 3 times. ठीक है? So 1 time, 2 time and 3 time, that is equals to -6. We know that 2 into 3 is same as 3 into 2, that is equals to 6. Similarly, we have -2 into 3, that is equals to 3 into -2, or is same as -3 into 2 or -2 into 3. We know that the product of two positive integer is the positive integer. Will the product of two negative integer be negative or positive integer? Let us consider -2 into -3. We know that minus क्या होता है? Plus. So two negative integers होंगे, their product will be positive. So -2 multiplied by -3, that is equals to 6. The above discussion suggests that the following rules for multiplication of integer. Rule number 1. To find the product of two integer with unlike sign, means different sign, one is negative, other is positive, we find the product of their absolute or numerical value and assign the negative sign to the product. For example, -3 into 5, so their absolute value 3 into 5, that is 15, and assign the negative sign. So product will be -15. Clear? Rule number 2. To find the product of two integer with like sign, both are positive or both are negative, we find the product of their absolute value and assign the positive sign to the product. For example, 4 into 5, that is equals to 20. -4 into -5, that is also equal to 20. So simply remember this rule. Plus plus, both are positive number, so product will be positive. Both are negative, the product will be positive. One is positive and other is negative, the product will be negative. Clear? Next, we will take an example. Evaluate the following. -8 into 6. Here one is negative and other is positive. So the product will be negative. 8 into 6, that is 48, और negative sign आ जाएगा, so product क्या हो जाएगा? -48. Clear? Next is properties of multiplication. Property 1, a into b is an integer for all the integer a and b. 2 into 3, that is 6. 6 is also an integer. So if we multiply two integer, the product will be an integer. Property 2. A into b is same as b into a. That is commutative property. -2 into 5, that is -10. And 5 into -2, that is also -10. Property 3. A into B into C is same as A into B into C. Means we can do grouping in any order, the product will be same. That is associative property. -2 को multiply कीजिए 3 into 5. Product क्या है 15 into -2, that is -30. Now we have changed the grouping, -2 into 3. The product is -6 into 5. So that is also -30. Next is property 4. 1 into A equals to A into 1 equals to A for all the integer A. 1 into 5, that is 5 into 1, that is equals to 5. Property 5. 0 into A equals to A into 0 equals to 0 for all integer. If we multiply any integer with 0, the product will be 0. 0 into 5, that is equals to 5 into 0, that is 0. Property 6. A into B plus C equals to A into B plus A into C for all the integer A and B and C. A into B minus C, that is equals to A into B minus A into C for all the integer A and B, C. For example, 2 into -5 plus 6. So, 2 into -5, पहले इन दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई कर दें कि प्लस का साइन है, देन 2 into 6, so that is equals to -10 plus 12, that is equals to 2. Clear? Next, try these. If A into -1 equals to -30, is the integer a positive or negative? Here, the product is negative. Here, one number is negative. If the other number will be negative, then the product will be positive. So, the other number should be positive. Then only the product will be negative. Clear? Next is property 7. If A, B and C are integers such that A is greater than B, then A into C will be greater than B into C if C is positive. A into C will be less than B into C if C is negative. For example, 15 is greater than 10 now. A and B. Here A is greater than B and C की value क्या है 3. So 15 into 3, that is 45. Here A into C, that is 45, that is greater than 15 into 10, तो ये हो गया A into B. A into C is greater than B into C. So B into C क्या हो गया 10 into 3. So 45 will be greater than 30. So this one is correct. Next, some important observation. The product of two integer with like sign is positive. अगर दोनों like sign है means एक जैसे both are positive, both are negative, the product will be positive. The product of two integer with unlike sign is negative. When the numbers of negative integer is odd, the product is negative. When the number of negative integer is even, their product will be positive. Next is exercise 3.4. Computational thinking. For each of the following statement, write T for true and F for false. The product of 5 negative integer is a positive integer. No, it's false. Because 5 odd number है, so the product will be negative. Clear? So you have to practice all these questions here. Next is division of integers. We know that the division of integer operation of multiplication. Division क्या है? Inverse operation है, उसका उल्टा है. The rules for the division of integers can be obtained from the rules for multiplication of integer. We have to keep in mind that for the multiplication fact, there are two corresponding division fact normally as shown below. Multiplication fact 2 into 5, that is 10. Division fact क्या हो जाएंगे? 10 divided by 2, that gives you 5, and 10 divided by 5, that gives you 2. From the above example, we follow the rules of division of integer can be obtained. Rule number 1. If both the dividend and divisor have like sign, both are negative, both are positive, the quotient is always positive. Like here, 10 divided by 2, that is 5, minus 10 divided by minus 5, that is equals to 2. Here both are negative, here both are positive. So the quotient will be positive. Rule number 2. If the dividend and divisor have unlike sign, means one of them is negative and other is positive, then the quotient is negative. Like minus 10 divided by 2, that is minus 5. One is negative and one is positive here. Next, properties of division. Property 1. If A and B are integer, then A divided by B is not necessarily an integer. Like 11 divided by 3 and 17 divided by 3. They are not integer. Decimals में आएगी value. Property 2. If A is an integer and A is not equals to 0, then A divided by A, that is 1. Here, for example, 8 divided by 8, that's give you 1. Property 3. If A is an integer, then A divided by 1 gives you A. 9 divided by 1, that is equals to 9. Property 4. If A is a non-zero integer, then 0 divided by A, that is 0. But A divided by 0, that is not meaningful. 0 divided by 6, that is equals to 0, but 6 divided by 0, that is meaningless or undefined. Clear? Property 5. A divided by B divided by C, that is not equals to A unless C equals to 1. 10 divided by 5 divided by 1. So, that किसके इक्वल होगा? अगर C 1 है तो वो इक्वल होगा. So 10 divided by 5 divided by 1, 2 divided by 1, because इसकी वैल्यू क्या आ गई? 10 divided by 5, that is 2, divided by 1, that is 2, and here 10 divided by 5 divided by 1. So 5 divided by 5, 1, that is 5. 10 को डिवाइड करेंगे 5 से तो भी क्या आ जाएगी? वैल्यू 2. 2 divided by 1. 2 equals to 10 divided by 5. 10 को 5 से डिवाइड करेंगे तो क्या आ जाएगी? 2. और 2 because C is equals to 1. Because C क्या है यहाँ पे? 1. But here in case C is not 1. So their value will be not equal. Clear? Next, property 6. If A is greater than B, then A divided by C is greater than B divided by C if C is positive. Like here, 9 divided by 3 is less than 6 divided by 3. 9 divided by 3, that is 3, and 6 divided by 3, that is 2. A divided by C is less than B divided by C if C is negative. अगर C negative होगा, 8 divided by minus 2 will be greater than 4 divided by minus 2. Minus 4 is less than minus 2. Clear? There is no answer for the division of any number by 0. 0 here, this sign that denoted is not equal to. Clear? Simply remember the rules for the sign as: if divisor and the dividend and divisor have different sign, unlike sign, then the quotient will be negative. If both are having same sign, both are positive or both are negative, the quotient will be positive. Here one is positive and negative, so quotient is negative. Both are negative, then the quotient will be positive. अगर different sign है तो quotient negative होगा, same sign है तो quotient positive होगा. Now we'll take an example. Evaluate the following: 625 divided by minus 25. Here one is positive and other is negative, so the quotient will be negative. That is equals to negative 25. Clear? Next, try these. Write true and false for the following statement. 0 divided by minus 9 equals to 0. That is true. So write 2. Next is exercise 3.5. Subject enrichment. Write T for true and F for false for following statement. -7 divided by 0, that is equals to 7770? No. If we divide any number by 0, that is meaningless. So that is false. Next is rule for operating integers. Addition and multiplication of integers obey the commutative law. 2 plus minus 5 equals to -3 is same as -5 plus 2. Clear? -3 plus -4, that is -7, is same as -4 plus -3. Clear? 2 into -5 करेंगे 10, -5 into 2 करेंगे again 10. So addition and multiplication, they are commutative, means we can add 2 integer or we can multiply 2 integer in any order. Addition and multiplication of integer obey the associative law, means हम उनको कैसे भी ग्रुपिंग करके ऐड कर सकते हैं, मल्टीप्लाई कर सकते हैं. The result will be same. Like here, 2 plus -5, that is equals to -3 plus 7, that is 4. If we change the grouping, 2 plus -5 plus 7, that is -5 plus 7, that is equals to 2. So 2 plus 2, 4. Same with multiplication. Here हमने ग्रुपिंग की है 2 into -5 into 7, that is -35 into 2, -70. We have changed the grouping. 2 into -5, that is 10 into 7. So that is also equals to -70. So we can कैसे भी ग्रुपिंग करके हम मल्टीप्लाई कर सकते हैं. थर्ड, for integer, multiplication is distributive over addition or subtraction. Like here, -2 multiplied by -3 plus 4. So -2 को मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, -3 plus 4, that is equals to 1 multiplied by -2, that is -2. Now we are using the distributive property over addition. So what we are doing, -2 multiplied by -3 plus -2 multiplied by 4. So ये हो जाएगा, that is equals to -2. The rules for the order of operation of integer are the same as those for the whole number. For example, -3 into 5 into -3, that is equals to -3 into 2. 5 minus 3 क्या हो जाएगा, 2, that is equals to -6. Simplify the expression within the bracket first. सबसे पहले ब्रैकेट को सॉल्व करेंगे, then simplify the expression within the innermost bracket first. सबसे पहले innermost bracket को करेंगे. Like here, -3 into -15 plus 7 minus 2, bracket close. So सबसे पहले क्या करेंगे, -3 into -15, then 7 minus 2. So 7 minus 2 क्या हो जाएगा, 5. Then we'll solve it. ठीक है. -28 plus 12 minus 9. So here सबसे पहले हम क्या करेंगे, -28 plus 12, वर्क फ्रॉम लेफ्ट टू राइट, सॉल्व करेंगे एंड दैट इज इक्वल टू -16 और उसमें -9 ऐड कर देंगे, दैट इज -25. हियर -125 डिवाइडेड बाय 5 into -10. Now we'll work from left to right. So -125 divided by 5, that is -25 into -10, that is 250. Clear? Next, -12 plus -3 into 4 -35 divided by -7. So first क्या करेंगे हम, division and then multiplication. So -12 plus -3 into 4. So पहले division करेंगे, 35 को -7 से divide करेंगे, that is equals to -5. Then multiply, -3 into 4 -12. Then हम इसको solve करेंगे. Clear? So here 2 minus -3 का whole square, -3 का whole square means -3 into -3, that is equals to 9. So 2 minus 9, that is equals to -7. Clear? Next, powers of integers. We have learned a little about powers of integer under the article index notation, but we have to know more about the power of integer. We start with the prime factors of 32 and 81. Prime factor of 16 are 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, and those are 27, 3 into 3 into 3. So 2 into 2 4 times hai, so that can be written as 2 is to power 4, and 3 into 3 3 times, that can be written as 3 is to power 3. It helps us to save the time and space to write. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 4 times, and we can write it as 2 is to power 4. 2 is to power 4 consists of 2 and 4 written above 2. Here 2 is called the base. Base हो जाएगा 2 and 4 is called the exponent or the power. Clear? Next is, from the above discussion, we follow that if we have the product of two equal numbers, for example, if we have the product of a into a, the same integer a, then we write it as say a is to power 2 and read it as a square or raised to the power 2. A is to exponent 2 or the second power of a. Similarly, we may have a into a 3 times hai, which is short written as a to power 3. It is read as a cube, a raised to the exponent 3 or third power of a. Similarly, we use a to power 4, a to power 5, etc. For the expression a 4 टाइम मल्टीप्लाई है तो हम लिखेंगे a is to power 4. अगर 5 टाइम है तो a is to power 5. That is called the a is to power 4 is called the fourth power of a, and a is to power 5 is called the fifth power of a. For example, 2 into 2, that can be written as 2 into 2. 2 is to power 2 है, 2 into 2, that is 4. 5 into 3, 5 into 5 into 5, that is 125. Clear? Observe that if the base is a negative integer and the exponent is even integer, then the value is positive integer. If the exponent is a negative integer and is an odd integer, then the value is negative. Base हमारा negative है and जो power है odd positive integer है, so value क्या हो जाएगी? Negative. Base is negative, the power is even positive integer, so value will be positive. Study the following example carefully to have the clear idea of the power of integer. We'll take an example. Give the base and exponent for each of the following. Minus 2 is to power 5. So here base is minus 2 and exponent of the power is 5. Clear? Practice all these examples. Next is some important observations. To remove grouping symbol from an expression, we first remove the innermost grouping symbols. Minus 1 is to power odd positive integer, so result will be negative. Minus 1 is to power even positive integer, so result will be positive. In the expression a is to power n, here n is the positive integer, a is base and n is exponent. So a is to power n can be written as a multiplied by n time. Next is exercise 3.6. Subject enrichment. For each of the following statement, write T for true and F for false. The difference between 6 is to power 5 and 5 is to power 6 is 0. That is false. Clear? So we'll write F for it. You have to practice all the questions here. Next is simplification of bracket and BODMAS rule. We know that there are 4 fundamental operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. When an expression consists of more than one fundamental operation, we have to observe the certain conventional rule to work it out. The rules are: rule number 1. When an expression contains bracket, work with the expression within the bracket first. If there are bracket within bracket, work with the innermost pair of bracket first. For example, first we'll work on this bracket because bracket के other bracket है. So first we'll solve this. 2a minus 4, then bracket a minus 1. So 2a minus 4 into a क्या हो जाएगा? Minus 4a minus 4 into minus 1, that is 4. Then we'll solve it. Clear? Next, rule number 2. When an expression contains addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, do division and multiplication before addition and subtraction. सबसे पहले हम division करेंगे, then multiplication. 12 divided by 3 plus 4 into 2 minus 3. So 12 divided by 3, that is 4. 4 into 2, 8 minus 3. Then हम subtraction करेंगे. So that is equal to 12 minus 3, that is 9. Rule number 3. If an expression in bracket is multiplied by a number, each term within the bracket must be multiplied by that number when the bracket are removed. Like here, bracket के पास 4 है, अंदर term है a minus 2b plus 3c. So 4 will be multiplied by a minus 2b and plus 3c. So 4a minus 8b plus 12c. Rule number 4. When an expression contained only addition and subtraction or only multiplication and division, work from left to right. Like here, 124 plus 256 plus 110 plus 200. So we'll add them. 380 plus 110 plus 200. So we'll working left to right. पहले left वाले को solve करेंगे and then move to the right. So answer is 690. Clear? Next, need for bracket or grouping. We take an example to understand as to why we need grouping or bracket. Now, according to the above expression, each child should get 37 toffees, whereas the total toffees are only 36. It is something ridiculous. Clearly, the above expression is wrong. If it is that we need grouping or bracket to work out such problem, for the above problem, the steps should be as follows. Step 1. Mona should take out 6 toffees from the 48 toffees. She wants to divide among the 2 girls and 4 boys. So, she should add the numbers of girls and boys. Now, she should divide the remaining toffees among the total number of children. Hence, the expression of the solution should be 48 minus 6 divided by 2 plus 4. So, 42 divided by 6, that is 7. Now, we will take an example. Monica has 48 toffees. She wants to keep 6 toffees for herself and divide the remaining toffees among 2 girls and 4 boys. She wants to know how many toffees will each child get. So, the expression क्या हो जाएगा इस problem के लिए? Because she want to keep 6 toffees for herself. तो कितनी toffees बच गई? 48 minus 6. Now, she wants to divide it among 2 girls and 4 boys. So, 2 plus 4, that is 6. So, solution. We can express the problem mathematically as follow. 48 minus 6 divided by 2 plus 4. So, here we are not using bracket. So, first we will divide 48 minus 6 divided by 2, that is 3 plus 4, that is equals to 43. In both the cases, the answer is different. So, that's why we need bracket in this kind of problems. Next is brackets. Brackets are the grouping symbol. In the above expression, we have used the small bracket. In the longer expression, we may have to use more than one grouping symbol or brackets. We have the following grouping symbols. This kind of bracket, that is known as parenthesis or small bracket. This is braces or curly bracket, and this is big bracket or square bracket. Clear? Next, the operation of. Sometimes we use the expression like 20% of, twice of, 1/4 of, etc. In these expressions, the meaning is multiplication with. For example, find the value of 1/3 or 1/3 of 6 plus 12. 6 plus 12, that is 18. 1/3 of means 1 by 3 into 18. That is equals to 6. Clear? The OF operation is performed before the division and multiplications are carried out. BODMAS rule. In the chain of the letter BODMAS, B stands for bracket, O stands for OF, D for division, M for multiplication, A for addition and S for subtraction. It denotes that the order in which combined operations are done in the simplification process. We first remove the bracket, next we perform the OF operation, then division, then multiplication, then we perform addition and last subtraction. We'll take an example. Find the value 50 minus 10 into 2 of 5 plus 40 minus 4 divided by 9. So, this is our expression. So, what we'll do? First, we'll remove the bracket. So, 50 minus 10 into 2 of 5, 40 minus 4, that is 36 divided by 9. Now, OF operation. So, 50 minus 10, 2 into 5 हो जाएगा 10 plus 36 divided by 9. Next is division. So, 50 minus 10 into 10, 36 divided by 9, that is 4. Next, we will do multiplication. 50 minus 10 into 10, 100 plus 4. Next is addition. Or 50 minus 96, that is equals to minus 46. Operation subtraction carried out. So, this is our answer. So, whenever there are more than 2 operations are involved, we will follow this order. Next is some important observations. Expression involving bracket or arithmetic operations are simplified using BODMAS rule. Bracket are simplified in order. This will be the order of simplifying the brackets. Small, then middle and then big bracket. Clear? The operation of stand for the multiplication. It is carried out before other arithmetic operation. Next is exercise 3.7. Critical thinking. Find the value of 28 minus 5 into 6 plus 2. So, here 3 operations are there. Subtraction, addition and multiplication. So, first we will do multiplication, then addition and then subtraction. So, 28 minus 5 into 6, that is 30 plus 2. So, 28, then addition हो जाएगा minus 30 plus 2 minus 28. So, that is equals to 0. Clear? So, practice all the questions of this exercise. Next is, let's recall. Take the correct options. The following were the temperature recorded at 4 different places around the world on the same day: 10 degrees Celsius, minus 15 degrees Celsius, minus 1 degree Celsius and 2 degrees Celsius. The temperature closest to 0 degrees Celsius. So, 0 degree Celsius के closest कौन सा हो जाएगा? minus 1 degree Celsius. So, C is the correct option here. Clear? So, here we end the chapter. I hope you understand it well. Now, you have to practice it.